Now, y'all know me. I come in, I'm confident. Thank you. We're going to see.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the fantasy. Got Sean in here, Mech in here. You're what's it? Week 4 of the NFL season, the fantasy season as well, and yeah, it's a lot going on today. I feel like some of these games are really interesting. Some of them seem a little bit. When I was going through them, like some of these kind of seemingly lopsided, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely got to see how it plays out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We're doing these videos every week. You know what I'm saying? We got our main Stardom Sit-em live stream on Wednesdays in the evening, and then we got our last minute show on Sunday, and then we have our kind of pre-show where we go through all the opening lines and all of our early in the week kind of thoughts on Tuesday. So definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel so you catch everything that we're dropping. Other than that, should we just get right into it?
Week 4, we underway, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We already got week 4 is already underway. We got the Vikings and the Saints going on right now. That score is 16-14. If anybody's not watching that, Chris Olave had an early touchdown. Who was it that just scored?
Latavius Murray.
Murray got a touchdown. Alexander Madison got a touchdown. I wonder if anybody had him in their lineups.
Doubted. Dalvin Cook was active.
Dalvin Cook was there.
Yeah, I doubt anyone. You got to be in a deep league to be starting Madison. If you start Madison and Dalvin Cook playing, your team is hurt.
Yeah, and kudos to you if you did. I didn't see that coming. I'm not gonna hold you. But so that one's going underway. And then also too, I feel like Thursday's game was a good one as far as fantasy goes. Tyreek Hill had a good day. T. Higgins, who we were high on, had a good day. So Jamar Chase, I think towards the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken, he started to get some catches in there.
Yeah, I think he had 4 for 81. Yeah.
You want a little bit more out of him. If he would have had a touchdown, that'd have been a much better day. But that's still decent production. Joe Mixon
downgrade.
Yeah, big fast. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these first slate of games for today. We can start with the Bears at the Giants. Bears sitting at 2-1, Giants sitting at 2-1. I feel like both of these teams are kind of surprised to be sitting at 2-1. I know I'm surprised to see them both at 2-1. Giants are favored by 3 here, and the over/under is set to 38.5. What's your thoughts on this one?
So for the Giants, fantasy purposes, the only player I'm starting for the Giants is Saquon Barkley. You had Sterling Shepard went down for the Giants. He's the only receiver in like a deep league that I would even think about starting. Kenny Golladay, you're not starting him.
Kenny Golladay is a no-show.
I don't know if he's playing. Like Golladay, he's just stealing money right now.
That's what he's doing, bro.
He's stealing money. I think he makes like $18 million a year. Like probably like top 10.
What is he? I think his stat line is 0 across the board this year. Like, what is he done this year?
I mean, I don't know if he's got any catches. Like he's been irrelevant. Like he's not worth talking about right now.
Yeah, for sure.
He's droppable in all leagues.
And it's not even like they're trying to do anything to alleviate that.
Nah, they like the not last week, but the week before. I think he only played like 1 snap. He was blown. He was blown. Then the next week didn't do shit. Like I don't know if it's probably more so Daniel Jones than it is like Golladay, but still, I feel like you still got to get open. Like I don't care who your quarterback is. Like
that's a big fact. And then also too, I just feel like with in New York, there's no wide receivers really are giving
zero.
You know what I'm saying? You mentioned Sterling Shepard, but I mean he's even his production is just like okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really seeing anything much out of him, but as far as so is there anybody you like from the Bears in this?
Khalil Herbert. He's about to go off. Like I think my bold prediction, he finished as the number 1 running back last week. I think he repeats that this week. Big game from Khalil Herbert. Definitely 20 or more carries for him, over 100 in the tug. So I see that happening for Khalil Herbert. Big game for him. The Giants defense, has allowed. I mean, I think they're ranked like 26 against running backs. So Khalil Herbert, big day for him for sure. Justin Fields, with his rushing ability, Justin Fields is always a sneaky play because he can run the ball. He can give you those rushing yards. He hasn't really done much through the air this year, but this could be a bounce back for him and Darnell Mooney. We'll see. But the only Bears fantasy player I'm starting this week with confidence is Khalil Herbert. I feel like they're going to feed him early and often. He should have a big day. Anytime touchdown for Khalil Herbert, write it in. I like it. I like it today for Herbert.
Yeah.
And over in the yards for him too, for sure.
The Giants aren't too trash with the run defense.
No, their run defense is trash, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they're trash.
Okay.
They've been giving up big yards.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I see that. Let's see.
Their pass defense is good, but their run defense is not.
Okay. So what's your game pick for this one?
I got the Bears in this one.
Yeah, same. I got the Bears. Twan went with the Giants in this one. Twan's in Dallas for those who are wondering where he's at. He's in Dallas, about to go to that Commanders game. So that should be good. It's a good thing that's just not here. I feel like the weather would have played a big
texted him. I said, "What's the weather out there?" He said 71 and sunny. I'm like, damn.
And they're playing the dome anyway, so there's not going to be a part of that one. All right, so let's move on to the Ravens versus the Bills. Bills both teams sitting at 2-1. The Bills are 3-point favorites here. Over under is at 50. A lot of offense to be had in this game, but this one is going to be an inclement weather one. I don't know how much that plays a factor into, guys who are elite like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. But what's your take on this one?
My take on the rain is like it's raining, but it's not coming down. I'm sure that they kept the field dry all day until the players had to come on.
I'd be worried about the balls.
But it's the NFL. They're gonna keep dry footballs out there for Josh Allen. It's a little wet, but these are NFL players. I've seen worse weather and players perform. So I don't think the weather's gonna be that much of a factor. Of course, it's gonna play a little factor. Players might be slipping and things like that. But I feel like you can start all the guys in this game for the Bills. Of course, you love Stephon Diggs. I love a bounce back week for Gabe Davis this week. Devin Singletary, he's a flex play for me this week in the backfield for the Bills. Dawson Knox, you can start him. Like you said, I feel like it's going to be a lot of scoring in this one. For the Ravens, you love Lamar Jackson. He's playing lights out right now. Yeah. Every time he steps on the field, that contract goes up. So the Ravens got to pay that man as soon as possible.
Big facts.
So I like Lamar Jackson for the Ravens. Of course,
he about to walk out with a Billy. About to lock him up for a billion.
With something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He about to get $750 million. His numbers are going
playing
crazy.
Lights out. So I love Lamar Jackson. I love Mark Andrews. Dobbins is a flex play for me, just like I said about Singletary. I don't know. Both teams are good against the run, so I don't know what type of game is going to be for the running backs.
I'm looking at Baltimore's defensive rushing rank is 26th right now.
So they're playing poorly against. Baltimore's defense, period, is playing poorly. But
yeah, they are. They're giving up a lot of yards.
They're giving up a lot of yards. Hopefully, I got Gabe Davis in one of my leagues, so hopefully this is in the week they try to buckle down. So.
Yeah, 32nd amongst wide receivers.
Passing,
allowed,
yeah. So you can start all the Bateman. If you you're in a deep league, you want to flex Dumervay or something. I feel like it's going to be a lot of scoring. There's a lot of potential for touchdowns in this one. So I like all the fantasy guys that I named in this one.
What's your game pick?
I got the Ravens.
Yeah, I got the Bills in this one.
Get it,
Bills.
It's the one.
I feel like this is a pick 'em, bro. Like it could go either way. Both teams are playing.
I like the Ravens at home.
Yeah, I hear that. Both teams are playing at a high level. I like the bounce back factor for the Bills. Like I feel like they're too good of a team to lose last week, or to lose 2 in a row, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're too good of a team to do that. So that's kind of why I like them in this spot. Although the Ravens, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a tough one for them because the Ravens are playing crazy right now, minus their defense. Let's move on to we got that Cleveland Browns at the Atlanta Falcons. Browns 1-point favorites here, over under 47.5. What do you like in this one? Vikings just scored again. Another field goal. Whoever got the Vikings field goal kicker is going crazy right now. Another field goal.
They can't score a touchdown right now.
Yeah.
Killing me because I'm playing the Saints defense, so I need a tug, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
wait, so one, with I'm real quick with fantasy scoring for defense, the touchdowns count as
so it goes by yards and points. Okay. So like if a team puts up like 500 yards, so you start off with 10.
Yeah.
So once you get like 100 yards, once the team gets 100 yards, you get like -1. Then it keeps going like 200, like 299 to 350. Like you just keep minusing points. But when they get sacks and interceptions and stuff, that's how the defense gets points.
Yeah.
So as far as touchdowns, yes. So you want since I'm
7
playing the Saints defense, I want them to give up hella touchdowns because the more your points go up, the more their defense goes down. So
I hear that. All right.
It's like weird. It's tricky. Like you gotta look at it.
Yeah, I hear that.
But for this one, the Browns and the Falcons. For the Browns, on the Brown side of the ball for fantasy, I love Nick Chubb in this one. I feel like this is going to be a huge game for Chubb. He's been playing great football. People were writing Nick Chubb out like he was falling to the second round. Yeah, people
like all I was hearing is he's literally one of the best pure runners.
No, pure runners. But when it comes to fantasy and they got Kareem Hunt, people are like scared of that situation. Yeah, they're like Chubb is, he's not a top 10 guy. He's about a 10 to 15 type of guy, but
I hear that.
I think he's the number 1 running back coming into this week. So
that's how he's playing.
I love Nick Chubb in this one. I like Amari Cooper. The Falcons defense is not stopping anyone out there. I like Amari Cooper. He's coming back into his own. Him and Brissett found that chemistry. So I like Amari Cooper. Kareem Hunt, he's a flex play for me this week. He's always a guy that can go out there and score a touchdown in a given week. He's a third down back over there in Cleveland. So I like him. I like him as a flex play this week. For the Falcons, I like Mariota as a sneaky fantasy option this week. Like a low-end quarterback one for this week. I feel like with his rushing ability, he's always, like I said about Fields, he's always a guy that can give you a rushing touchdown. I think he could throw a couple touchdowns in this one. I like Drake London a lot in this one. Going against the Browns. I like Cordell Patterson in this one also. I feel like this game is going to be a good fantasy day for both teams and the guys I named.
Yeah, I hear
but
that.
Kyle Pitts, I always forget about Kyle Pitts. He can have he had a bounce back week last week. I feel like he continues that this week too. I like Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, what's your game pick for this one?
I got the Browns.
Yeah, I took the Browns across the board. I don't know why, but I do feel like something about Mariota this week scares me. I don't know why. Like, not scares me, but like I feel like he could have a big week and they could sneak out with this W. I don't know why I feel that way. That's just kind of something I've been thinking. Every time I look at this game, I'm just like, I kind of want to pick the Falcons, but like my heart, I mean, like just like not even my heart. My heart is saying Falcons, but my head is saying Browns.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
See. All right, next one we got is LA Chargers at the Houston Texans. Chargers are 6-point favorites here. The over-under is at 45. Yeah, what do you think about this one? Not Chargers. The Texans, they're pretty abysmal in the game, right? Defensive wise. Yeah,
they're looking bad out there. So I like a bounce back week for the Chargers for sure. I feel like Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams. Let me check and see if Keenan Allen is. I think he's playing today. Let me see.
He's back.
Oh no, Keenan Allen's out. So yeah, I like Herbert, Eckler to bounce back, Mike Williams to bounce back this week. The Chargers defense, I like the Chargers defense in this one too. If you got the Chargers defense out there. For the Texans, I like Brandon Cooks. Damien Pierce, is he? Let me make sure he's active before Damien Pierce. Okay, Damien Pierce is active. So I like Pierce. You seen what James Robinson did to the Chargers last week, 17, 100 yards in a tug. He ripped off a 50-yard touchdown. Like I said, going back from last year, The Chargers' run defense was last in the league against running backs. So I love Damien Pierce in this one. I feel like he's going to ball out. Brandon Cooks. You're not starting Davis Mills. Yeah, so Brandon Cooks and Damien Pierce, I like them a lot in this one for the Texans.
Yeah, the Chargers are 29th. They're 29th in points given up to running backs this year.
Yeah.
So that's Damien Pierce could be a good play. I do like Austin Eckler to score in this one. I think Twan might have did during the week. Yeah, he's due. I don't think he had a touchdown this year. And with Justin Herbert still a little bit banged up, if they're gonna, cover this 6-point spread or even just win this game, they're gonna need production from Austin Eckler. Who's even the backup running back there? Like, what has been going on?
Like Josh Kelly, a guy they drafted like 2 years ago.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out where's the production been coming from? But they're 1-2, so maybe there's not even been that much production. But what's your pick for this one?
I got the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers across the board here. All right, let's move on to Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys 3-point favorites here, over under 41.5. What you like about this one?
So for Washington, I don't know. Dallas, they've been playing tough defense. They're ranked number 11th against running backs. So Gibson, I'm not really high on Gibson this week. I feel like he's a flex play in this one for Washington. Terry McLaurin and the boys, Curtis Samuels, and Dotson. That's tricky because all three of those guys are capable of doing it every week. Yeah. So it's tricky. Like Washington, the Commanders have a good arsenal of receivers over there. They just need a quarterback that can give them the ball. I feel like Dallas has been pressuring DeMarcus Lawrence, so I don't like Carson Wentz in this one. So, of course, you're starting Terry McLaurin. Curtis Samuels, he can be a flex play. Dotson, he's a deep league flex play with me. He's a flex play. I feel like he's a flex play every week because, he has if Carson Wentz can throw the ball, then I feel like Dotson can get open and, he's liable to score a touchdown. But for the Commander side of the ball, the only person I'm starting with confidence this week is Terry McLaurin. Flexing Curtis Samuels, flexing Dotson, not starting Carson Wentz. For the Cowboys, I love CeeDee Lamb in this one. Washington has been giving up yards after yards after yards, big play after big play after big play. I feel like CeeDee Lamb scores a touchdown in this one. Zeke, I'm not sold on Zeke in this one. I feel like this could be a Tony Pollard type of game. In this one, catching the ball out the backfield and doing all that, and he just looks more explosive than Zeke. Zeke played well last week, but when Pollard gets the ball, he's in open field. He looks better than Zeke. So I like Pollard in this one. You're starting Zeke, but I just like Pollard better. I'll flex Pollard also in this one.
Yeah. What's your game pick?
I got the Commanders.
Yeah, we all got the Commanders. I see an upset here. I feel like Cooper Rush's run comes to an end this week.
And he's due. They're due for a loss, man.
He's due. You know what I'm saying? He's due. I feel like we're due for a win over the Cowboys. Like the last couple of times we faced them were not pretty. So I feel like, we're due in that sense too. So let's move on to our division rivals, the Eagles. They're playing the Jaguars today. Jaguars sitting at 2-1. That's a good record for them. Eagles 3-0. Speaking of being due, I feel like they're due for a
loss.
I feel like they're due.
Just gonna say that.
They're 6.5-point favorites here. Over under is 43.5. Yeah, go ahead with your analysis.
Yeah, so for the Jaguars, what's not to love about James Robinson, man? He's playing lights out right now. I love James Robinson. If you got him, you start him. He's the number 3 running back right now in fantasy football. I didn't think I would be saying that after 3 weeks. James Robinson is the number 3 running back in fantasy football. Like, that's crazy.
I think this was big on Etienne this year, too.
Yeah. And
Philly's defensive rush rank is 31st.
You said who?
Philly.
Yeah. No, people been running the ball on them. We couldn't get it going.
We couldn't do it.
But yeah, they've been playing great football. Another guy for the Jaguars is Christian Kirk. He got the bag this offseason. Everybody was down on him. Oh, Christian Kirk messing up the market, But he's looking good out there. I didn't think I'd be saying this after 3 weeks. He's the number 6 ranked wide receiver in fantasy football. So Christian Kirk has been playing great. I knew the Jacksonville Jaguars would be better this year. I didn't think they would be this good, but I knew they would be better this year with Trevor Lawrence and his coming in the second year. I knew they would be better this year. I love James Robinson. I love Christian Kirk in this one. This could be a high-scoring affair. Those are the only 2 guys I like that I'm starting with confidence with Jacksonville. I mean, you're going to flex ETN because he's liable to break from anywhere on the field, and he's going to get the passing down work over there in Jacksonville. For the Eagles, Jalen Hurts playing lights-out football right now. The number 1 quarterback coming in this week. Jalen Hurts, he's looking like an MVP candidate behind Josh Allen. I love Jalen Hurts in this one. A.J. Brown's back. He's healthy. He's playing good. Hurts is finding him early and often. I like A.J. Brown, Devonte Smith. I like him this week. He had his crazy game last week. I feel like he continues. Not going to be that crazy, but I think he continues to pick it up for the fantasy managers in this one. Dallas Goedert. I like Goddard in this one. I like all Eagles players. I like the Jaguars to win this game, though.
Yeah.
In an upset, good game.
I got the Jaguars as well. Twan's going with the Eagles in this one. But, I feel like this could be an upset spot. What's the weather supposed to be? Oh, yeah, the weather is bad there as well. So maybe that kind of keeps Jalen Hurts at bay a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But I
the Saints scored again.
Yeah, they did.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill on that one?
Yeah, a run.
Okay.
Damn.
The Vikings need to put the ball in the end zone.
They've been in the red zone like 6 times.
Yeah. Came out with 3 points each time. It's crazy. Except for
they scored once.
Yeah. Right. All right, let's move on to Pittsburgh. We got the New York Jets at Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers 3-point favorites, over under 41.5. What you got for this one?
This is a toilet bowl type of game right here.
Yeah.
The Steelers aren't the Steelers anymore like they used to be. Not with Mr. Trubisky back there at quarterback.
Interesting anymore.
So for the Steelers, of course, you're starting Najee Harris. You're starting Deontay Johnson. Those are the only 2 guys I'm starting. Freiermuth. You're starting Freiermuth because tight ends are limited in fantasy. So Freiermuth, Deontay Johnson, and Najee Harris, you're starting them. For Najee, I don't know, man. The volume is always there for Najee Harris, but the yards aren't and the touchdowns aren't right now. I feel like with Mitch back there as the lead quarterback, they're not getting in, he's not getting those goal-to-goal opportunities like, he got with Big Ben. So for Deontay Johnson, you're starting him, and you're starting Freiermuth. I don't like Claypool in this one. I don't know what happened. He had that couple good games like 2 years ago, and after that, he's just like been non-existent in fantasy.
Been a regular guy.
Claypool. For the Jets, I like Breece Hall. I feel like this could be a breakout game for him. Going against the Steelers. Wilson, I like Wilson, wide receiver for the Jets. He's looked good early in his rookie campaign. Those are the only 2 guys I like for the Jets in this one. Elijah Moore, I don't know where he's been. Wilson's been taking over that wide receiver 1 role. So I would like to see Elijah Moore bounce back in this one, but I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't even flex him in this one. I would sit him out in this one. My game pick for this one is the Steelers.
Yeah, I like the Steelers as well. Steelers across the board on this one. I don't even think we went over last week's game picks. Let's do that real quick. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yeah, last week Sean went 8-7, Twan went 7-8. I had the best week at 9-6. That puts you at 15-15 for the year thus far. Twan's at 16-14. How did that happen? Oh no, he had the best week 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm at 14-16. Last place, but I'm coming back. All right, so that's that. All right, so let's move on to Detroit. We got the Seahawks at the Lions. The Lions are 3.5-point favorites. Over under is 47.5. What you like about this one or not like?
Okay, so as you may know, Amon St. Brown is out in this one.
That sucks. His game. I was on him before I knew that.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift is out in this one. So the only guy I like in Detroit this week is Jamal Williams.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jamal Williams is getting touchdowns, bro.
Yeah, and no Swift, so he's getting on the work. He's the captain of this team.
Oh, there's no Swift?
No Swift.
Yeah.
They rally behind Jamal Williams, and I feel like he's gonna have a big day against the Seahawks. Jared Goff, I like Goff as a low end starter in this one. The Seahawks defense hasn't been great. I don't think I can name a guy in their secondary since Jamal Williams is out. So I don't like the Seahawks defense. So I feel like, yeah, you can throw Goff in there as a low end starter.
For the other receivers for Detroit, I don't even know.
I know they got Reynolds.
Oh, Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds.
I don't even know who else they got at receiver.
Oh, Hawkinson. They got Hawkinson at tight end. This could be a game. This could be a game where he sees more targets. So you starting Hawkinson also.
DJ Chark. No, DJ Chark.
Oh yeah, DJ Chark.
Chark is out, I think.
Is he?
He listed as out here. Other than that, they got Quintez Cephas. Never heard of him. Khalif Raymond.
Yeah, bro. They got a bunch of nobodies out there.
Because I was looking at Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do like a little over 1.5 touchdowns with him. But I was just like, who does he have at receiver? Like, I'm not sure. Not to say that he can't, make something happen with like. Not to say that he can't make something happen with what's his name, Hawkinson and Jamal Williams and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm just not. Yeah, I don't know. Not really feeling it. What's your game pick for this one?
Give me the Seahawks in this one.
Yeah, Seahawks. I took the Lions only because I wanted to go against the grain.
Yeah,
I feel like this one's a toss-up too. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on to Indianapolis. We got the Titans at the Colts. Titans at 1-2, Colts at 1-1. The spread is Colts favored by 3.5. Over under 43. Go ahead with your analysis for this one.
So the Colts, I like Jonathan Taylor to bounce back big in this one. I feel like this is about to be a Jonathan Taylor type game. 23 carries, 142 tug, another 30 through the air. Yeah, I like Jonathan Taylor, big bounce back week for him. I like Michael Pittman Jr. in this one also. Pittman Jr., yeah, bounce back week for him. I think it's a bounce back week for all Colts players involved. Tennessee is ranked 29th this year against wide receivers. So I also see a big game from Michael Pittman Jr. Yeah, those are only two guys. I don't like Matt Ryan as a starter all season. So those are only two. I like those two guys for the Colts. For Tennessee, I like Derrick Henry. I'm not going to talk about the other guys. I'm not allowed to say their names anymore. The receivers on the Titans, you're not starting those guys until they show you something. So Derrick Henry is the only guy I like on the Titans. He's been quiet this year. I don't think he has a 100-yard rushing game this season. So
he doesn't.
Yeah, coming in the season, people were low on Derrick Henry because, the miles. He has a lot of miles on his legs, man. Coming off the injury last year, so you're starting him, but I don't know.
It's crazy. He's starting to look human this year.
Yeah.
Like literally he looked like non-human before like a couple years ago. So
can't be father time, man. Can't be father time.
That's a big fact. What was I finna say about this one? Oh, I like Matt Ryan this week. I feel like he has a big week. I see 3 touchdowns from Matt Ryan through the air. I need 2. I need 2. Yeah, definitely put bread on Matt Ryan because I like him
I mean, this could be the game for Matt Ryan.
Yeah. The Titans are giving up anything, shit through the air and through the ground. So we'll see how that one plays out. What's your pick for the game?
I got the Colts in this one.
Colts, yep. Colts across the board on this one. All right, let's move on to Green Bay. We got the Patriots at the Packers. Packers 9.5-point favorites. I think this is the largest spread of the day. Over under 40. Yeah, go ahead with this one.
Yeah, so does everyone know no Mac Jones in this one? He has a high ankle sprain.
Out.
Oh, yeah. Damn, who's starting for them? Doesn't matter. You're not starting him.
It's Hoyer, right?
Hoyer, yeah.
Or Hoyer.
Hoyer, Brian Hoyer.
Yeah.
So that's what the Pats are working with today, Brian Hoyer. I don't like any Patriots. I mean, Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson should get heavy workload in this one. So I like both of those guys. You can flex both of those guys in this one because they should receive a lot of work. Volume is key in fantasy. I don't like any receivers for the Patriots. Jacoby Myers is out in this one. I don't like Nelson Aguilar in this one. I don't like any pass catchers for the Patriots. For the Packers, Romeo Dobbs, the rookie, I like him. Last week he had his coming out party. I like him in this one. The Patriots have a good defense, but I feel like the defense is going to be on the field a lot in this one. A lot of 3-and-outs for the Packers. So I feel like the defense will be tired. So I like Dobbs to beat them over the top. I like Aaron Rodgers for the Packers. He hasn't scored over 17 fantasy points so far this season. I feel like this is the game for him. Aaron Jones, I like Aaron Jones, Dillon, Lazard. I feel like all the Packers guys can be started in this one, only because I feel like I said, I think the Patriots defense is going to be tired. They're going to be on the field early and often. And my game pick for this one is the Packers to win. I like the spread in this one, honestly.
Yeah, I like the Packers to win in this one. I don't know. I feel like the spread is a little high. I don't know. I feel like in the NFL, it's hard to cover a 10-point spread. You know what I'm saying?
Packers win big, man. They're about to win big. 31-17, Pat.
Okay. Yeah. Shit, I'd be all for it. I'm not gonna hold you. All right, so let's move.
Yeah, the spread went to 10. I just checked it.
I don't know. Was Mac Jones like questionable all week? Because I didn't know. I turned on ESPN today and then saw that he was out.
He's been questionable all week because he got hurt in the last. He was put out the last game.
Yeah,
but they was trying to keep hope. You know how they be doing in the NFL.
All right, so next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers. Panthers are 1-point favorites here. The over/under is 43.5. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of surprised that the Panthers are favorited here. To me, the Cardinals are the better team. Is there something I'm missing with the Panthers? Like, I don't know, or maybe with the Cardinals. The
Cardinals just not playing good football right now. Like Kyler Murray. He doesn't really have DeAndre Hopkins out there. Yeah, that's big for him. Marquise Brown stepped up and played the role he's supposed to play. But
Vikings just scored. Justin Jefferson.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Good.
I think Justin Jefferson ran it in.
Did he?
Yeah.
A reverse?
Yeah, a little end around.
But yeah, for the Cardinals, is James Conner playing in this one?
I'm looking them up right now.
I know he was a little banged up, shaken up after last week.
James Conner, he's not on the injury report.
All right, so James Conner's playing in this one. I don't like Conner in this one.
So it doesn't matter if he's playing, don't start him.
Like you're probably forced to start Conner.
Yeah,
but I don't like him. Carolina's defense ranked 17th against running backs, so they're in the middle of the pack. But James Conner is just not playing like the James Conner last year.
Did he? Yeah, the kicker missed the extra point.
So what are they up for?
Yeah, they're up 3.
3?
Cover the spread. And asses.
Oh damn!
Asses, bro. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, I don't like James Conner in this one. I like Kyler Murray. I like Marquise Brown. He's a wide receiver 2 in this one. Zach Ertz, tight ends are limited, so you're probably starting Zach Ertz out there. For the Panthers, Christian McCaffrey, he's going to test his quad out during the pregame, but he's likely to play in this one. I like if he's active. I like McCaffrey. I feel like this is the game where he gets involved in the receiving. He gets a lot of receiving work. He's been getting 15 to 20 carries every game. He's been looking like a bruiser out there. They got him look like a bruiser and not like the shifty guy that he is. They need to get him out of space, and Baker needs to find him, in the passing game. But I feel like they get it going today. DJ Moore, I don't know, the quarterback play, man. For me, is what sets it off with DJ Moore. But he's a good receiver. He's liable to score. So you're starting DJ Moore in this one. Robbie Anderson, I would stay away from that. He's not in the flex play for me in this one. And give me the Cardinals in this one.
Yeah, who did I take? I took the Cardinals. Cardinals across the board for this one. Let's move on to Las Vegas. We got the Broncos sitting at 2-1, coming into Vegas to play the 0-3 Raiders. The spread is -2.5. Over under is 45.5. And this is another one where I felt like I was kind of surprised by this line. I don't think the Raiders are good, and I think the Broncos. The Broncos are 2-1 coming into.
Man, they got the Raiders favored in this. I don't know. People just not ready to write the Raiders off. I think that's
what it is. I hear that. And but to me, I just don't see it. But how do you feel about this one? Or the players in this one?
So in this one, I like Russ to bounce back against the Raiders. I feel like this is going to be he hasn't been playing very well for the Broncos, but I feel like he's going to have a good one in this one. I like Javonte Williams. Melvin Gordon's still back there. I don't know when they're going to give Williams the rings to the backfield. I don't know.
Rings, yeah.
Every week we've been waiting for it since last season, and it hasn't happened yet. Melvin Gordon's still in touchdowns and getting his workload. But I still like Javonte Williams in this one. I even like Melvin Gordon in this one. If you want to flex Melvin Gordon and pray for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I like Melvin Gordon. You can start him. I like Sutton.
I like Gordon Sutton in this one.
Yeah, Gordon Sutton, he's been the go-to guy for Russ. Those intermediate routes, those first downs, he's that guy. He's going to get you at least like
need that 70 yards in a tub from Cortland. Put the play in on that one.
I feel like you can flex Judy in this one. For the Raiders, I don't like Josh Jacobs going against the Broncos run defense. I don't know what they're going to do with Jacobs. They didn't pick up his fifth-year option, so I feel like they might be looking for other guys to step up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like Jacobs in this one. Devonte Adams. I don't know. It depends on how Carr plays. He hasn't been playing well since like week 1. So I don't know. It depends on how Carr playing, but you're starting Devonte Adams for sure. You got him in the first round. Darren Waller, you're starting him in this one. Hunter Renfro's out. I think he's out this week with a concussion. He's out this week. So Waller should see extra targets in this one. My game pick is the Broncos. I like the Broncos. Yeah. I'll take the spread in this one for sure.
Yeah, my game pick is the Broncos as well. So is Twan's. We got Broncos across the board. I'm looking at Derek Carr's numbers. Through 3 games, he's got 850 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 4 picks, which is better than I thought. I don't know if I was not paying attention throughout the.
How many touchdowns you say?
6 through 3 games. So his numbers ain't abysmal, but they just haven't been able to put it together.
Yeah, as far as fantasy football, he's not looking good for fantasy football purposes.
You don't think so? 6 touchdowns through 3 games?
I mean, that's all right, but yes.
I'm looking at Russ, who's got 2 touchdowns right now. Like I'm looking at his stats. He's got 2 touchdowns. 700.
Let me see where he's ranked. Who has Carr?
But we'll go on to the next one. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucks are 1-point favorites here. The over-under is at 46. There's a lot of players in this one. Are you expecting a lot of offense? Are you expecting a lot of fantasy points to be had here?
Yeah, I see a lot of fantasy points to be had here. For the Chiefs, like I said, it's any given day for the Chiefs wide receivers. I don't know who it's going to be. If it's going to be Juju,
Kelsey,
McCole Hardman. Like, I don't know. I feel like Pat Mahomes is going to spread the ball, but if I had to choose one of those guys, I'm going with Juju. He could have a big game in this one. I like Kelsey, of course. That he's the number one receiver over there for Pat Mahomes. Of course, you like Pat Mahomes. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's been playing good football. He's been scoring touchdowns. He's involved in the offense more than I thought he would be coming into the season. For the Buccaneers, I like Tom Brady to bounce back this week. He has all his weapons. Godwin's active. Julio Jones is active. Mike Evans is back from suspension. Also like Leonard Fournette this one. Yeah, but my game pick for this one is the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Bucs.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs here. I feel like, I like the Chiefs. I'm not sure. I don't know. I like the Chiefs here. I feel like this is another one that could kind of go either way. Both teams are pretty good, are pretty great. So I'm going Chiefs here. Next, or the last game is the Monday night game. We got the 2-1 Rams at the 1-2 49ers. 49ers sitting at 1.5 point favorites. The over/under is 42.5. What do you like about this one?
So for the Rams, of course, you're starting Cooper Kupp. Matt Stafford is not looking like the Super Bowl winning quarterback of last year.
Nope.
And I don't know if he gets it going.
He's not even looking like Matt Stafford from Detroit, bro. Like, he was still throwing hella touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
He's looking very bummish over there. Of course, you're starting Cooper Kupp. I don't like Stafford in this one. I don't like Allen Robinson. The backfield for the Rams is still up in the air. You don't know if it's going to be Darrell Henderson one week or Cam Akers. But I feel like both of those guys are flex-worthy guys if you have them on your roster. If you have to start somebody, you need a flex play. I feel like Henderson or Akers are flex plays. Tyler Higbee, like I said, tight ends are limited. I don't know what to expect from him in this one. 49ers are tough against tight ends. But you're starting Tyler Higbee unless you just drafted, a guy and then drafted Tyler Higbee. For the Niners, I like Debo to bounce back. He's been fairly quiet this year, in the touchdown department. He's been getting yards. He's not getting those touchdowns. Like George Kittle in this one. Brandon Ayuk, he's a flex play for me in this one. And I'm not starting Garoppolo against the Rams. I feel like, the Rams front is going to be at him all game. I feel like they're going to have to find, tricky ways to get Debo the ball. But my game pick in this one is the Rams.
Yo, I'm taking the 49ers here. I feel like the 49ers usually play the Rams well. And the Rams just haven't looked like the high potent offense that we're used to seeing out of them. So I feel like if 49ers could keep it close, they could come out with this one. So that's my game pick. We do got a couple questions that came in. I feel like this would be a good time to answer them before we get out of here. One, we got, why won't the Saints use Taysom Hill more? But I mean, he just scored a touchdown. I feel like that probably came in. So hey, Taysom Hill is being used how they see fit. Next one is Olave the best rookie wide receiver? What do you think?
Olave, no. Drake London is the best rookie wide receiver.
Oh yeah, Drake London. Yeah.
Drake London.
So I hear that.
I like Olave a lot.
Yeah.
He got hurt in this one. I feel like he could have had a bigger stat line. But I feel like Drake London has been played the best so far as a rookie wide receiver.
Yeah, I hear that. I like Olave. He is a good receiver, and I feel like, what's going on with Michael Thomas? Is he not playing?
Yeah, foot injury.
Oh, foot injury. Okay, because I saw that he was out, and I was like, okay, this is probably a good spot for Olave. That's why. For him. I feel, with him out, I feel like he's gonna get some more work. Is that supposed to be like a long injury, like a
he
weeks?
No, I feel like he'll play next week because
Okay.
he was like, questionable coming into the weekend. So
okay.
I feel like he'll be back at practice next week and he should play next week.
All right, cool. That's a bet. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Everybody that's still here, definitely subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all of our social medias. On Instagram, we're at The Fantasy with SJT. On Twitter and TikTok, we're at The Fantasy SJT. So you can follow us there. Definitely, like I said, subscribe to the YouTube and share. Everybody enjoy Sunday. The game's about to get started in about 30 minutes. So yeah, everybody enjoy the weekend. Good luck with your fantasy teams. Good luck with your bets if you placed any. And we'll see y'all next week.
Good luck out there, man. Week 4.
For sure. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let me see if I can find this motherfucker. Okay.
Now y'all know me. I come in. I'm confident. Thank you. We're gonna see.